I don't even think we have news today. I don't even think we have news today. We do? Crap. What's the news? News. What's the news? Oh, well, we had news. We don't have any more news for the rest of the morning. We had unemployment at 8:30. All right. So, right now, I'm pretty much going to wait till this thing breaks out of the 5-minute range. Once this thing breaks out, either to the upside, we can play that direction, or to the downside, we can play that direction. So, while it's in here, I think it's best to just wait. This is NASDAQ. And then if you look on higher time frames, let's go to the hourly chart. And you can kind of see ever since pretty much all night long. Pretty much all night long. Look at this. It's just been going sideways pretty much. I don't expect anything, you know, crazy. Everybody probably clocked out early for Christmas. Hop off the charts. We'll see. I mean, I'll play something if we get it, but I'm not going to be greedy, that's for sure. I kind of understand the market condition we are in. We're kind of in a... Do you use the alligator lines? No, what the heck are alligator lines? The only indicators I have right now on this chart is... That's the gold line is the 200. These two lines are the 5-minute range. I drew that out. That's not an indicator. So the 200, and then I have pivot points. You can see like R1 up there, and then we have another one down here. That's a pivot point. So it's pretty much all the indicators I have. And then I have another on my other chart. I have VWAP. That's all you need: pivots, VWAP, and like the 200. And really, you don't even need the 200 if you have the VWAP. They're pretty much very close to each other most of the time. See if you find them in the indicator lines. Alligator lines. Let me search it up. Oh, crap. No, there's an indicator called the Wiseman alligator. Bro. Who comes up with these indicators, bro? I can't. All I have is called the Wiseman alligator. Bro, to be honest, how am I... Oh, he says he's serious. I was about to say, how am I supposed to know? They have the... Look, if I go to the indicators... Bro, they got the weirdest indicators out here. I mean... Let's see. Woody's pivots. Woody's got some special pivots. Zigzag, the zigzag indicator. The thing about it is, I'm a very price action based trader. I don't like trading. I don't like a lot of indicators because indicators are not meant to be. They don't really help, to be honest with you. Price action is king. Indicators help like to put your gauge on the market to kind of see like if you have VWAP. When we're above VWAP, we're pretty bullish. When we're below it, we're in bearish territory. So it gives you a general idea. But that's about it. Same thing with pivots. It gives me an idea if I'm in a trade. And if I go short and I see a pivot point down there, I'm like, okay, I got to be careful because there's a pivot down there. There's no like secret indicator that you can find that's going to make you profitable. The only thing that really matters is order flow, is price action, all that stuff. That's king in the market. Like I could technically trade if you were to take away every indicator on my chart, I could still trade the same. It would not make a difference in my trading. I just use them there to like help me out. All right, we are. Looks like we're pushing to the downside. I'm using Ninja Trader. And then I'm trading with a couple prop firms. I got 5 funded accounts with Apex. I got 2 funded accounts with Take Profit Trader. And then I got 1 evaluation account that I'm trying to... I just got it. I'm trying to pass with Tradeify. Alright, we could be breaking to the downside. If I get a setup for my other strategy, I will switch to my other accounts. We'll see what happens though. Stock gets close to the lips, you... But do you actually use an indicator called the alligator lines or whatever? I don't know. I've never been a proponent of using indicators for your entries and stuff like that. I mean, if it works for you, it works for you. I really... The problem also, when you put too much indicators on your chart, what happens is one indicator will start contradicting another one. And you just get too clouded with your... Google it. What was it called? Alligator line. All right, let me Google it. Let me see if you're trolling me or you're being serious. Alligator lines indicators uses 3 colored moving average lines. Jaws blue slowest, T3 red medium, and lips green fast to identify trends, signals, and market phases. It is an actual indicator. Interesting. It's very similar to... Okay, no, not really. That's interesting. I've seriously never heard of alligator lines. Bro, I would love to start trading like potato chips futures. Imagine starting to trade potato chips futures and then using the alligator lines. Be like, yeah. So what do you do? What do you do for a living? I trade potato chips. I got this strategy called alligator lines. Make a lot of money trading potato chips. 1 chip at a time. Wealth is built 1 chip at a time. Honestly, I think we're pretty bullish with potato chips. I got a very bullish outlook for potato chips. Super Bowl is coming up. We're about to rip. Gosh, this thing is just... should I just trade this chop? I'm wondering if I should just trade this chop. What if I just scalp the chop? Look, it just keeps holding this as support. The problem is, as soon as I get into an entry, this thing is gonna dump. Of course, I'm gonna have the entry where it breaks the support. Oh, and I'm dead serious. There's actually potato chip futures. That's a real thing. Yeah, I mean, pretty much the idea is to wait. Technically, the idea would be to wait for it to break one of these directions, this 5-minute range, see if it breaks to one direction. But the thing about it is you gotta wait for displacement, right? So if it breaks, for example, to the upside, you kind of have to wait for the displacement to make sure it's not just a sweep. Because the idea is if it does break to the upside, it could come back down and hold this back as support. This used to be previous resistance. Hold as support to potentially continue going up. Same thing with the downside. Breaks the downside, then displaces, and then holds this as resistance. Or it just kind of sweeps it and then moves the opposite direction. That's very possible, especially on a very choppy, low volume market today. Because sometimes, right, if you don't have if it breaks resistance and you don't have enough volume coming in to keep it pushing up, it's just going to take out the high and it's going to dump. And it's almost like a fake out. Change it to a 15-minute. Alright, let's see what's going on the 15-minute. Yeah, I actually haven't looked on the 15-minute. So, yeah, we had some support down here. We had a gap that kind of tested and then bounced off of, but we got some lows down here to take out. We got some highs. Nothing really going on. It's just sideways. I mean, if pre-market was telling us anything, it's that we could just be going sideways. I mean, it's understandable, right? It's the day before Christmas. Looks like I should traded that chop. I should have went. 5-minute orb. Yeah, not really. So I mark out this 5-minute range. I do have another strategy, not on this account. This is the account I'm currently on is my Tradeify account. I have 7 other funded accounts that I use for similar to an orb strategy, but what I look for is pretty much for price to break out of the 5-minute range. For example, it breaks out of the top of the 5-minute range. Then we have a lot of sellers step back into the market, and when it pushes back inside that 5-minute range, it leaves behind an imbalance. And I kind of try to target that imbalance and play the opposite direction. Kind of like a fake out type of thing. Which it could happen today. But that's kind of the strategy I use for my other accounts. But the problem with that is it happens on a good week, on a normal volume week. It happens like once or twice a week. So it's like I have to be very patient. With these Tradeify accounts, I pretty much trade like a break and retest. Like support and resistance, break and retest strategy. So it's this Tradeify account's more discretionary. My other accounts is very systematic. Like there's a process. It's A, B, C, and you take a trade. There's no discretion, really. A little bit of discretion, but not really. The discretion part comes in with your TPs. Like, where are you going to take profit is the discretion part. This one is way more discretionary, like, you know, but it happens way more often. Like, you can get a trade every single day, pretty much. How do you know when to buy? I mean, that's a very the thing about it is trading, you never know when to buy. I mean, it's just, if you have a strategy and your strategy sets itself up, then you buy and you manage risk. I mean, that's the thing. In any market, right? Housing market, car market, whatever it is, you never know when to buy. You never know. So you gotta. It's a risk management game. Same thing with every other business is also a risk management game. You're protecting your downside. You understand when you get into a trade, when you're putting money on the line, that you're understanding your downside. And you're managing your downside. So worst case scenario, that's why all these disclaimers in trading, never invest, like never put down more than you're willing to lose. You never want to put yourself in a situation in trading where, you know, you blow up your whole account. Like when I get into a trade, I know exactly how much I'm risking. I'm accepting that this trade could be a loss. And then when you've already accepted it in your mind, if you take a loss, you're fine with it. It doesn't affect you really emotionally. You just move on with your life. But if you're going to let every loss affect you emotionally and mentally, then you're just going to keep spiraling out of control and never become profitable that way. Toys you want to look at Best Buy, Amazon. I'm gonna leave it running, stop and profit, so either way I'm winning the trade. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's a good idea to have your stop and profit, but make sure you understand like today's market. Like, right, if the market is very choppy, all pre-market we've been just going sideways, and so far this morning we're just going sideways. What I would say is don't expect like a big move, because I mean, it's better to understand the market condition that we're in chop and take the profit and make more money than expect a bigger move that most likely is probably not going to happen and you make less money. So see what I'm saying? Like, you can make more money understanding the market condition. Not to say, I mean, who knows? I mean, this thing could just rip to one direction and continue going, but the probability of that happening is, I think, in my opinion, is pretty low, considering what was happening all pre-market and so far this morning. If we do come back down here, we'll see. Maybe if we confirm, maybe I'll try to take a trade and try to play this range if it sets itself up. We are below view. We're trending like we're right at view op. But the problem is, if you long down here, we're below view op, pushing right into view op. So it's kind of like, man. Two to one risk. No, I never take 2-to-1 risk. Well, if the chart shows me I can pull out 2-to-1, then I'll take it. I'll do it. But most of the time, highest probability is a 1-to-1. Just take your base hits. It all depends on the strategy, right? Naturally, it's statistics, right? So when you take 2-to-1 risks, most of the time you have a little lower win rate than somebody who takes a 1-to-1. But it all depends on market on chart structure. If you're taking a trade and you see we got room to the highs, we have nothing really stopping price from going to a certain level, and it's happens to be a 2-to-1, then that's awesome. But a price typically has to get through certain levels to get to other levels, right? So the more levels it has to get through, the harder it is for it to be like to get to that level. You're going to go through chop. You're going to go through all this crap. Yo, what's up? We're chopping view up. All right, give me a second. I may be back. Let me grab something. Long. Oh, I don't know. I feel like this is gonna be a fake out. I'm just not believing the market has enough volume to continue pushing to one direct. I mean, you got to think about it. What hedge fund is you know, trying to get in massive positions right before Christmas, right before holidays? Like, I don't know. I'm calling its bluff. Who knows? Maybe I'm wrong, but I maybe just play this range. That's kind of what I'm leaning toward is. So I normally look for like a break and retest, but it may not happen today. I may just need to just play this range. Christmas, hold on. Christmas trading hours. What is the trading hours for Christmas? So tomorrow, I don't know who's going to be trading tomorrow, but so tomorrow, early close. Oh shit. Does the market close early today? Oh dang, the market closes early today. I didn't even know that. So 1:15 central, well 12:15 central time, which would be what? East Coast would be 1:15 or 1:15 I think. So that's why also market's closing early today. And then Christmas it's closed obviously, and then it's going to open up Friday back up. Well, let's see. Let's have some fun. Not gonna go crazy size. I'm calling its bluff. Oh, okay, it is 1 o'clock. Okay. Well, that's good to know. See if we can have some fun with this. Still gonna wait. I kind of wanted to push up higher. See if we can at least take... I would love it for it to take out the high at least, but... hasn't really been taken... or at least this... Right, here we're pushing. Looking for a short. Possibly, yeah. I think I'm going to call its bluff. I don't think this thing is going to keep going up. I really don't. I mean, we've been chopping, so based on previous... Question is where, though. I would love it for it to just take out the highs first. Maybe if it gives an inverse, that wouldn't be a bad... Let's see if this is an inverse. I mean, if this... no. I was wondering if it was going to set a gap up. Nope. Not enough volume to really form any gaps or anything. Let's see... A second. A little bit, actually. I would really like it for it to take out the... Alright, let's see. Let's have some fun. I'm calling its bluff. See if we could get sellers to step in again. I don't know, maybe target these lows down here. We gotta break view op. Once we break view op, it's gonna look good. We're still above view op, so it's a little bit in bullish territory. I'm kind of going against the... I just really don't think it's gonna have the momentum to keep going up. Merry Christmas Eve. Love these longs right now. Well, we'll see what happens here. Pretty much just all I'm doing is trying to play this range. Wonder if it's going to take out those highs up there. Yeah, we'll see. Question is, does it really have the volume to continue going up? I am kind of going against freaking see if it takes out this high, what happens. I'm willing to risk about 200 bucks on this trade. Kind of watching that high. All right, there's the high. See what happens here. There is another high up there. That's not even pre-market high. That's just a... See if it takes out pre-market high. We got... It's 10 o'clock too. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm betting on. That's what I'm hoping for, is this thing doesn't have the volume to keep going up, so it just takes out a high, and then we got shorts start piling in. Kind of keeping an eye on volume. We had... Yeah, it's not really... Let me see. Where's that other high? I think that's gonna be... Give me a second. Oh, we're like really close to the highs on the 5 minute. Freaking A. Stupid. We got highs up there too. I don't know if it's gonna wanna 25.831. 25.831 highs. I'm getting close to my point where I'm gonna get out if this thing just... If this starts really displacing above this level and takes it out and just starts displacing, then I'm gonna get out. That 25.831.75 is the high. Pre-market high. Ugh. I don't think about money anymore. I just want to be right. Yeah, you don't want to be in that mindset where you don't care about that. You just care about being right. It's not a good mindset to have in the market. It's like that book, Best Loser Wins. That's true in the market. Sometimes you gotta accept it. You gotta accept that you're wrong. I mean, it's probabilities. Just like me, I'm just playing this range. Like I know the risk I'm taking. So you saw we grabbed that pre-market liquidity. Pre-market high was taken out, and you see that a lot of sellers tried to step in here. But we'll see if this thing can actually start going down. I'm saying based on the range pre-market, I don't think we have the volume to continue pushing to one direction. Maybe I'm wrong, but we'll see. Wow, this thing is really... Grabbed it again. You got a lot of sellers stepping in here, but I gotta be careful here. I gotta be careful. Is this thing really gonna... This is kind of why also you want to go with momentum. I kind of went against momentum here. If this candle closes above the high, I'm out. All right, I'm at, oh shit! I accidentally put a buy order in. I'm out. It is what it is. I should have played the break and retest. I didn't think it was gonna... I told you! As soon as I get in, it's gonna break the range. As soon as I get in, it's gonna break the range. And as soon as I get out, it's gonna dump. Oh gosh. If we get a big candle, maybe I'll try this again. Just having some fun here. This is dangerous. We're above the 5-minute range. We're above view op, so. But these aren't my. This is my evaluation account. Why I'm being a little. Bruh. Oh, okay. Yeah, there's some props having some decent deals. See if we break back into the range. Heard Apex was strict with the payouts. I mean, yeah, you have to follow the rules. That's the thing. When you trade with props, you gotta follow the rules. If you follow the rules, you get payouts. If you break the rules, then yeah, they're gonna deny you. If it holds this 5-minute range, it's not a good sign, but it's gotta break. It's gotta break under, or else it's gonna keep going up. Bro, I'm surprised this thing is actually holding. Like, I should have stuck to my original strategy. I kind of went against my rules and tried to play the range, which is biting me in the ass for doing that. But my original strategy is a break and retest. So, like, these highs right here breaks them and then retests it to go. So I am being a little stupid, but it's Christmas Eve. It's Christmas Eve. I just don't think it has the... I don't think it has the volume to continue going up, is why I'm so aggressive on the... Dump it! You freaking moron. My funded futures? Didn't they have some problems? Weren't they going through some drama and crap? It depends what... So, prop firm wise? Woo! Prop firm wise, it depends what situation you're in, right? Like, you can... If you're still learning and you're probably gonna fail accounts, like a lot of accounts, you want to go with the cheapest ones. It's probably Apex when they have the sales. If you're more like an established trader and you got like experience under your belt and this and that, then maybe you want to go with something that, you know, you got to go based on the rules. And are you gonna keep blowing accounts? If you're pretty good at passing accounts, well, then you can go with other prop firms that may be a little more expensive, but they have better rules and stuff. It's a trade-off. What's funny is this is actually my strategy setting up for the other accounts, but I'm already in this trade, so I'm not gonna take the other. I'll see if it works out, but I'm not gonna get out of this trade just so I can take the other setup. Yeah, I would recommend staying away from Top Step right now. I would not go with Top Step. They've been having so much issues with their X platform. It's just, until they fix their crap, don't put yourself through that. All right, TP is gonna be these body candle lows down here. The cool thing about these accounts, Tradeify, they have an end of day drawdown, so I don't have to worry about the trailing drawdown crap. Hold on, all right. Yeah, Top Step's been having a lot of crazy crap happen lately. They have a lot of drama behind them. So, I would stay away from Top Step. I mean, listen, trading's already hard enough. And putting, like, a shitty brokerage behind it is like, it's even harder. Until they get their crap fixed and they stop having all these outages and crap like that, then what's the reason to put yourself through that? Imagine having an amazing trade and then you can't close it, or the brokerage just shuts off, or this or that. It's like, trading's already hard enough in and of itself without the crazy problems. Like, they're a reputable company, but until they get their crap together, I would stay away. I just don't like, the other fact, I don't like that you have to use their brokerage platform. When there's a prop firm and they have a brokerage and they control the brokerage, to me, just speaking from myself, that's a big red flag. I don't want you to have any control over the brokerage that places the trades. I want it to be a third party. I don't want the prop firm owning the brokerage too. That's kind of like, If you want to try to risk it, but I'd rather not risk it. Not saying that they're going to do any shady crap, but I'm not saying that, but I have an issue trusting. I've been screwed over by people, so I have a very hard issue trusting, especially when it comes to prop firms and if they own the brokerages. We had situations, just look at the history of what happened in the Forex market with prop firms. Alright, we're about to break view up. If we break view up, we're looking pretty good. Starting to break view up. I think we got the selling pressure to go to the opposite side of the range. Like I said, I'm just playing the range for today. What's crazy is actually, it worked out better. The fact that I got stopped out up there, I took a loss up there. It works out better because I got a better entry. So I make more money to the downside. But it does suck, but it is what it is. We need to keep holding this view up. There is a risk of bouncing view up here. There is a risk of this bouncing off here. But I think we're going to go to the opposite side. I'm pretty confident that I'd rather just hold it. All right. You don't be going break even. Not on this trade. I mean, I probably should. I'm not a big proponent of break even. I don't like break evens. This trade may be smart to do break even just because my entry is so close to my stop that most likely if it goes back up there, it's gonna stop me out. But I've had scenarios. It never works out good for me. Like, I've had times where you get stopped out and it ends up running to TP and it screws with your mentality. Then you're like, shit, why did I take a break even? If I would have just stuck to my original plan, I would have made money. But the fact that I got out break even, so it's just, it depends on me mentally, I would rather take the loss. This is just my psychology. Me personally, I would rather take the loss than it go to break even, stop me out at break even, and then go to TP. So the funny thing is, that sell-off, let me see. Oh, it has some decent volume behind it. It has some decent volume. I was going to say, it's not much volume stepping in on that sell-off. Like, the volume isn't... We had big volume on the drop. We'll see. I think if we break this view up area, we're looking really good. If we could break this view up. Could flush this view up. Flush it! This is my Tradeify eval. So my other accounts, this is actually my strategy for my other accounts. If this thing pops back up and taps into this imbalance right here, that's technically my strategy for my other accounts. So I'm curious to see if it works out, if this thing pushes back up and taps into this imbalance before going back down. I mean, I understand that could happen, right? This could push up and tap into this imbalance before it continues going down. Or this thing keeps flushing without tapping into the imbalance. We'll see though. I would probably be taking this trade on my other accounts right here. There would be my entry for my other accounts. That would have been my entry. But for my other accounts, I would have probably played it safer. Like, that would have been my entry. So risk is what? You got 10, 15 point risk. So I would have 10. My take profit would be these lows down, right? These lows right here, technically, for my other accounts. Curious to see if this sets itself up. But yeah, that would have been my entry right there. Price action looking weird today. I mean, it's weird because it's Christmas Eve. The market closes at 1 o'clock. There's no volume. It's very low volume today. It was choppy all pre-market. The market was just going sideways all pre-market. So that's a big indicator of what's going to happen today. Crap, I'm kind of bummed out. I wish I could take this trade on my other accounts because those are my actual funded accounts. This is eval. Ugh. I still made bear deal. Nice. Yeah, take what you can out of the market today and walk away. Take what you can and walk away. We could still take out. I mean, it's a possibility. It is a far shot though. We have a long ways for London lows. But it's a possibility. We still could go for it, but like I said, I wouldn't bet on any kind of big moves today. All right, approaching TP for my. All right, there would have been TP almost. Body candle lows would be TP. Just hypothetically for my other accounts, if I would have taken that trade off that gap. So where my cursor is, where TP would have been. We are bouncing off view up. That view up area is like all the algos are just going crazy near view up. Oh my gosh. Of course, TikTok does this bullshit inactivity crap. All right, let me see this. Dun, 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 dun. Flush it. Flush. Flush it. Now. I command you. Really? Curious, what if I push audio? What? I don't hear shit. Oh, dumb. Bro, that's not stupid TikTok. Give me a second, guys. Oh my gosh, come on, bruh. Bruh. Stop with the bullshit, NASDAQ. Dump it. Now. Y'all think we're gonna dump it? Well, this is NASDAQ. Oh, platform. Ninja Trader. How much are you risking? Like $100. $100. This is a really good trade if it works out. This is literally $100 risk on the table for this trade. Freaking view op. I should have took profits at view op. Oh, I hate view op. You freaking stupid view op. Dumbass indicator. Why'd you have to be there? Yeah, it is MNQs. Yeah, five NQs would be wild. I mean, I'd be up like. See, maybe it takes out the high and then starts dropping. Who's buying though? Like, what freaking morons? Like, why? Why would you be longing right here? Algo-wise, I mean... What do you use to stream your... I mean, I use TikTok Studio. For TikTok. Watch this big red candle come in. Ready for the red candle? Are y'all ready? Ain't higher time frame bullish? I mean, yeah, we've been chopping pre-market. And it's Christmas Eve, market closes early. That's why I don't think I'm playing the range. I don't think this thing has the momentum to really like displace and have big moves up. Now, I am risking it pushing up and kind of sweeping the high. It's already swept pre-market highs, so you know. doesn't look red, but we'll see. We shall see. Coming up on the 1041. 1041. Any opinions on the 24 5-hour market open? Yeah, I don't think it's going to change much. I don't think it's going to change much in terms of market. I think people were scared about market open. There's still going to be a market open. It's not like market open is going to disappear. You still have hedge funds that are going to probably, you know, trade the market open. They have, I think it's still going to be the same. Yeah. It may have a little bit of an impact, but I don't think it's going to be that big of an impact that we don't have, that we're not going to have the volatility that we usually have in the mornings. I think we're going to have pretty much the same. Maybe a little less, but I don't think it's going to be dead. And that's the part of the market you got to play. I mean, we'll see what happens. We can only guess. And then when it actually happens, you got to adjust. I mean, who knows? You may need to adjust your strategy to... We'll kind of see what happens when it actually does come. These buyers are just like... Did that closure invert it? No, it didn't. You're talking about the gap? The gap isn't inverted yet. It's still holding this gap. It's still holding this imbalance right here. We may start actually inverting it here. You stupid freaking NASDAQ. No, I'm not going long. I don't know who would want to go long. I don't know why you would want to go long here. I mean, it's... to each his own, but... We do have buyers stepping in. But... you can kind of see that when it pushes down, you get buyers like aggressively stepping in, but we would have to break through VWAP for it to start looking juicy to the downside. Buyers need to get the hell out of here and leave. Shut down the algos. Bro, you can't make this shit up. I should have took a 1-to-1 instead of being a greedy. This is why I tell you, like, man, it's taking 1-to-1s are the best, because you try to go for a higher RR and this kind of crap happens. It just kind of reverses on you and bullshit, freaking stupid Citadel and stupid freaking. They're all buying off of VWAP and pushing it up. Theoretically, I should have just taken profit at VWAP, but I really thought we could go to the opposite side of that range. I really did think. I mean, I was just playing the range. I was up a decent amount, too. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. No, there's not much volume today, so that's why I'm like, I don't really think it's gonna have the momentum to keep going up in one direction. So I'm just playing it that, you know, goes to the opposite side of that range. You want props or live? I have oh, props. Yeah, I just trade prop firms for now. I may start a live account with my other strategy. Next payout I get. No way this thing is gonna freaking push the highs again. That's freaking wild. Ugh. That's crazy, man. That's freaking... Holy crap. This is why also, like, I am breaking my rules by going against the trend. One of my rules is do not short above VWAP. I'm just breaking every rule I have today because of this range prediction. No, I'm gonna... I got faith. Wait for it. Just wait for that red candle to come in. Y'all wait. We call them market makers. Drop it. Oh, crap. As soon as I said drop it, it freaking... Y'all really think it's gonna push the high? You really think it's gonna push the high? They don't have it in them. They don't have it in them. Bro, it's Christmas. Get off the damn shorts. It ain't Christmas. It's Christmas Eve. It's not Christmas Eve yet. It's in the afternoon. Ugh. These are my eval. This isn't my funded account. This is an eval I'm trying to pass, but still. Price is moving. As long as you understand the market condition you're in. It's the people that expect these crazy moves like, oh man, the market's chopping. All right, the market's chopping. Like, understand that. And if you understand that and you trade you know how to trade chop, then like that's good. But if you don't understand it and you're expecting crazy moves and you don't know how to trade chop and it is what it is, then don't trade. You just stopped me from being greedy. Yeah, I stopped you from being greedy, and then I got greedy myself. Instead of taking profits where it makes sense at view op, because I literally said down here, if you were in the live, I said we could get a bounce from here. I was like, this could bounce right now. And I'm the one who got greedy, trying to hold through the break of view op. I should have just took the whatever 250 bucks I was up. I guess I just really, I just like, the range part today is really like, I'm so stuck on this range part that I just think it's going to range. So I really think it's going to, if like, I was really thinking it was going to go to the opposite side of that range. We still may get it. I mean, I don't see why it needs to go to the highs. It already took pre-market highs. What's your TP? My TP's down here, the range down there, but this thing looks like I'm gonna get stopped out. Stupid algos are pushing it up. Shut down the algos. Somebody please hack their system and shut it off. Shut it off. I hope their freaking whole trading system goes down. I hope every single bot starts going haywire and starts shorting this market. I hope Trump comes out and says something to tank this market into oblivion. Tank it. Christmas is canceled. Tank this stupid market. Being honest, I think it's gonna keep going up. We'll see. How long does it take you to pass a 50K? For me, it takes a little longer than the average trader because I don't go hardcore. I don't blow accounts left and right. So I like slowly pass evals. Other traders risk everything on one trade, which is kind of, I mean, I just don't want to be rinsing. I don't want to be spending, you know, $1,000 a month on evals. So I just take my time. And because I take my time, like my last, the 7 accounts that I got funded with, I was copy trading 7 accounts. And I took my time because I can't be blowing through 7 accounts every day, right? That's like, what, am I going to be spending $500 a day? I'm not going to be doing that. So I had to take it easy with those accounts. It took me about a month and a half to pass those accounts. So I was giving myself wiggle room for drawdowns, for this, to get myself out of them, and yeah, no problem. Pass mine in 2 days. I mean, see, if you're trading one account and you're fine with blowing it and resetting it, then by all means do it. But when you're starting to copy trade 7 accounts and, you know, you're spending a decent amount of money, then, bro, I've heard of people spending like $5,000-$6,000 a month on evals. Bro, that's wild. Bro, if you're spending $5,000-$6,000 a month on evals, I don't know. I'm sorry. I don't have like, I can't just spend that kind of money. I have, right? I run a car business, so I already spend a shit ton of money on cars, parts. So I can't invest and just keep blowing accounts. So I'm just, based on my lifestyle, I have to take it easy if I want to, you know. And we had a lot of buyers step in from that dip. That was weird. Yeah, that's not a good sign for me. That is not a good sign for me. Who the hell is manipulating this market? If it closes heavy below, then it becomes, it's fine. But that wick is disgusting. Why'd you enter shorts? So I was going against my typical strategy on these accounts just because it's Christmas Eve, market closes early, all pre-market, we were in a range. So I'm just like, I was figuring, all right, we were in a range, we opened up, we started ranging, we're probably gonna be stuck in this range for the whole, like, you know, for the rest of the day. That's what I was expecting. So that's kind of why I went short at the top, expecting us to take out the highs and be stuck in this range and kind of drop it to the lows, which it did have that drop. That's kind of why. Typically, my strategy on these accounts is a break and retest, which we technically did have a lot of setups on these accounts, but today, kind of like you have a high, you break the high, you retest it for, you know, for another level. So I am playing against my rules trading the way I am today. So, but I'm accepting the risk I'm putting on the table. So it is what it is. Like if I take a loss, it's not going to be the end of the world for me. I walk away. It's not going to ruin my Christmas. It's not going to ruin anything. So now let's tank this shit. Candle with no volume? Yeah, there's no volume. Bro, the volume is dying down so much. There's like... Where's the volume? That's another reason why I'm trying to like hold this short. There's no volume, so... See if we could drop this. Bro, what the... Volume is really dying out. Oh crap, let me see. All right, we got that last candle was like 1,000, bro. That's volume is super low right now. Very low volume. Ugh. Shorts were not in today. A bunch of people blew their accounts before Christmas. That must suck. Yeah, if you blew your account, I mean, if you're fine with blowing account, that's one thing. But if you blew your account and you're all pissed off now that you blew your account, you gotta really work on your psychology. You gotta work on your risk management and freaking and stop risking more than you're willing to lose. This is kind of also why when we're above VWAP, stick to longs, because you're just going against momentum, and you know, sticking with the trend is always the best option. Typically. There's no volume, but somehow this thing is pushing up. Makes sense. Did ES take the highs? Yeah, ICT, typically that's like a divergence, I guess, for ICT traders. If this fails, if ES took the high and this fails to take the high, then yeah. Technically it's a very bearish. That's a bearish sign. wild, man. This is wild, man. Yeah, it's called SMT. Yeah. I don't use SMT. I don't use any of that, but... What time is it? Sorry. Oh, it's 11 o'clock. Oh, 11. The hourly candle just opened up. I've been trading for like 3 years. Yeah, I know a lot of people use it. The confluence. I know a lot of people use it. It's a good, yeah, it's a good confluence to have. I just personally don't use it. I've been in long since 8:13. Holy crap. Another streamer's on the opposite side of your trade. Well, he's going with the momentum. I'm going a little bit against the playing the range part. I just think I don't see why this thing would keep going up. I really don't. Not to say, could it go up? Yeah, it could, but... Like, I wouldn't want to take longs up here. I really wouldn't. We'll see. Dump it! We have a lot of buying pressure stepping in. I won't lie. Now are we going to be stuck in this internal range now? Man, this is so stupid. Why not risk more? Because I don't want to risk more. If it breaks those highs, I don't even want to be in the trade anymore. So... Like, if it breaks it, I'm out. I don't want to even... I don't care. I'm not in this trade anymore if it breaks it. I don't want it. I guess I should have stuck to my strategy and not deviated just because we were... We'll see. I don't know. I don't really care. I was willing to take the risk. Like, I'd be surprised. I really would be surprised if it really pushes that high and keeps ripping. I need Trump to say something. Why isn't Trump talking? We are holding the 5-minute range so far. Another bullish thing. And when we hold that 5-minute range, I don't like it. Ugh, this is why most people don't trade stupid Christmas Eve. It's just freaking, there's no movement. It's just stuck. It's just complete garbage. It's like freaking 10-point moves every 5 minutes. Ugh. Yeah, that's why I would not take trades on my funded accounts. I'm a lot more picky on my funded accounts than obviously these accounts. These accounts this is just an evaluation, so I don't really care. But like if it came down to it, like I wouldn't have traded funded. If I just had funded accounts, I wouldn't have traded today. No, I'd rather just take the full stop out. Like, who knows? This thing still could drop. It's not... I'd rather just take the full stop out. What am I saving? Like a couple bucks here and there? I'd rather just get stopped out. You say that, but you never follow... Wait, what? You say that, but you never follow that line of thinking? What are you talking about? Because this is an evaluation account. That's the only reason I'm trading today, is because this is an evaluation. I wanted to trade today, so... But obviously, I'm not going to trade this price action on a funded account. I'll trade it on evaluation. I'm not willing to put the risk down on a funded, but I am willing to put it down on an evaluation. I don't really care. Alright, looks like I may get stopped out here. I'm surprised this thing is really pushing up. Like, holy crap. I should have just stuck to my rules today. And not have deviated from my plans. That goes to show, stick to your rules, don't break your rules. Santa Rally. Yeah, the general thing is, anytime we're above VWAP, we're in bullish territory. Shorting above VWAP's always dangerous, always. Especially if you're really close to VWAP. Now, if you got room to VWAP, then that's different. But that could save you a lot of money, just having that rule. Just that rule could save you a lot of money, not shorting above VWAP. Lots of excuses. What excuses do I have? I'm not making any kind of excuses. I love when people think that you could get to a point in trading where you're just gonna always... Let me tell you, if you see a trader on Trading Live and he's constantly... Every trade he takes is a winning trade, that's a red flag. Nobody gets to that level. If you get to that level, trust me, you're gonna have hedge funds calling you, offering you, you know, tens of millions of dollars to go trade for them. So, it's a risk management game. That's why I say I traded today, because I traded evaluation accounts. I don't really care about losing money in evaluation. I did not trade a funded account right? If I just had funded accounts, I wouldn't have traded today at all. So it's the risk you're willing to put down on the table. But I admit I did make some mistakes today. I should have, you know, it is what it is. I should have stuck to my original. The only reason I deviated from my rules is because I really thought today was going to be like just a range market where it's going to be chopping sideways. But the problem is you sometimes can get stopped out during chop because it takes out highs and lows. So it is what it is. It's fine. There were plenty, the funny thing is there were plenty of break and retests that happened. Right? Like you had right here, you had this high right here where you had a break and we had it break and then retest that high, you know, to go higher. Christmas tree pattern. Gamblers. Yeah, I was gambling on these accounts, I admit. I'm not gonna... I mean, everyone gambles. Professional traders gamble. Here's the funny thing is, you gamble in life. You drive a car, you're gambling your life every time you get inside your car because you're trusting other drivers to stay in their lane. It takes one drunk moron and your life is over. So you're taking a gamble every single day you walk out of the house. So if you want to be the person who just plays life safe and just, you know, just sit inside your house, lock yourself inside your room and just play video games all day and don't step outside. But then you're gambling with your health. So it's a lose-lose situation. If you're going to gamble, you might as well play it smart. Starting a business, right, is a gamble. Starting a restaurant is a gamble. Doing anything in life is a gamble. Yeah, you don't want to gamble in life, go live in a box. Do something. Go live in anything. I don't even think of what you could do and not, you know? And then you're just going to be the person on your deathbed with a bunch of, like, regrets. Oh, I should have done this. I should have done this. I should have done this. The richest people on earth, you look at Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, all these rich dudes, why are they successful? Because they took a gamble. And the thing about it is, when you're young, that is the time to take risk. When you're young is the time to take risks. Because once you get older, and you're married, and you got kids, and you got a family, guess what? You can't really take the same risks because you have a family to look after. You can't just be stupid and just take risks. But when you're young, you take a gamble, you start a business, you fail, it is what it is, you restart, it's not the end of the world. But when you have a family, that's different. So that's the sad part. A lot of people get stuck. A lot of people, you know, they end up getting stuck in life, and the older you get, the harder it is to get out of the situation you're in. More excuses? Bro, this guy's just I love when people come in and try to rage bait. How am I making excuses? And the thing about it is, there's nothing wrong with making excuses, because if somebody's making an excuse and somebody takes a trade and takes a loss and then goes back and goes, oh crap, the reason I took this loss was because I should have covered at VWAP. I should have not went short at VWAP. That's not an excuse. That's the person realizing what they did wrong. Like, I don't understand how. So explain to me the difference between an excuse and understanding what you're doing wrong and just saying what you did wrong and admitting what you did wrong. Explain the difference. I told you it was going to keep going up. Yeah, I'm honestly surprised. I really am surprised that I mean, I did not think it was going to, but it did. Who's rage baiting? The X dude is rage baiting. freaking rage baiter. Get out of here. Go home and go drink a warm glass of milk and eat your cookies. Make sure to leave out the cookies for Santa tonight. Yeah, it costs money to learn this game. Trust me, trading, you're never gonna stop learning. You're gonna make mistakes all the time, but you gotta learn from your mistakes. How do you know when to sell off this high? That's the thing in the market. You don't know what to do at any time. You're catching a moment of time that you know a pattern. You've backtested a strategy. You know a strategy works. You've backtested it, and you trade it. You know, someone's short entry. Like, a person can go short and a person can go long at the same time. This person has a strategy setting up, and this person has a strategy setting up. Right? Both people have different win rates. This person can win. This person can lose. Does that mean that the person that lost is a worse trader? No, it doesn't. Because what matters is long-term success. It doesn't matter a week's success, a month's success. What matters is long-term success. That's what matters. You're the 100,000th other trader that thought it was going down. And guess what? Guess what? Hedge funds lose money too. Hedge funds use VWAP. Hedge funds, you think about hedge funds have a bot. The bot says to go long. The bot goes long. And then price tanks. The bot gets stopped out. So if hedge funds lose money on trades, like, what makes you think you're smarter than some of the smartest people in the world? Do you live account or props? No, I use props. I will probably eventually start a live account though. Right now I'm on the 1 minute chart, but I go through different time frames. Yeah, you're taking responsibility for your trade. That's why the disclaimers are always there. Never risk more than you're willing to lose. Only the morons risk more than they're willing to lose, and then go on a tantrum, right? Then they throw a hissy fit or whatever that they freaking lost, and then they get pissed off, and then they enter with more size, and then they keep blowing accounts, and then they're the dudes who, I've been trading for 8 years and I am not profitable yet. I don't know what to tell you. I'm trading on a live account. Yeah, let me tell you this too. All these influencers you see, most of them would never be able to trade a live account because the way they trade prop firm accounts, and they just rinse them. They take a full port position, they get stopped out, they buy another account. They take a full port, they get stopped out, they buy another account, and eventually they go on that winning streak and they take a crazy payout. So you can't do that on a live account. You gotta have especially good risk management on a live account because you are gonna get absolutely annihilated if you do what you do on a prop firm account. You gotta be so disciplined on a live account that I don't think even influencers, and a lot of influencers, they push P&L, right? They do this P&L corn type of thing where, like, you go on X, everyone's posting $20,000 days. Like, bro, get at it. Like, really? And here's a secret. What most of them are doing, the people posting $20,000 days or whatnot, right? They got money. They're resetting accounts super often. And if they were to tell you how much they're spending on evaluations, they would tell you it's like $6,000, $7,000, $8,000, $9,000 a month on evaluations. And then they're posting the positive P&Ls, right? Everyone is posting only the wins on X, on whatever. And then new traders come in and they see all these wins. And then new traders, their mindset, their psychology gets absolutely destroyed because they're thinking that, like, How can I get to a point where I'm making money every single day? But the reality of it is you're not going to make money every single day. It's not how it works. I use the daily 4 hour, 2 hour, 30 minutes. Yeah, you always, it's good to look at higher time frames. Very inspiring, seems to be so positive. I appreciate it, thank you. Yeah, I just don't want new traders to have a stupid expectation. Like, it's not all rainbows and roses. Like, trading is very difficult. You're going to lose money. Like, it's a fact. But, you know, there's a difference between losing money in the short term and losing money in the long term. You want your equity curve to be going up. Now, are you going to have dips in your equity curve? Of course you're going to have dips. All you're doing, and this is why some of the best traders are, right? Like poker players, chess players. There was actually, I read the other day, there's a story of, there was a hedge fund that was recruiting professional chess players to trade. Why was that hedge fund recruiting professional chess players? Because these chess players understand the game of probability, and is exactly what trading is, right? Recognizing patterns, putting risk behind those patterns, and understanding the probability behind the risk you're putting behind the trade. And that's what chess is. That's what all that is. How long have you been pumping codes? Bro, I barely make any money with affiliate codes. Trust me, I don't do this for affiliate codes. I mean, I probably made like $300 in 3 months. So trust me, I'm not doing this for affiliate codes. And guess what? I don't have a Discord to buy. I don't have a course to sell, so I'm probably one of the only traders right now on TikTok that's not trying to push a Discord for you. Most people don't make it in trading is because they quit. And you know why they quit? Is because they oversize, they over leverage, and they're not in the market long enough to even learn anything. You can even fail with evaluation accounts. The people that are spending thousands of dollars on evaluation accounts, it's going to get to a point where you're not going to be able to spend money anymore, and you're going to have to just call it quits. But the person that's taking his time, the person that's learning but maybe blowing one account a month, 2 accounts a month, you know, he's spending a couple, like $100, $200 a month. It's not the end of the world. So that person can be in the game long enough. So the person that's over leveraging has quit a long time ago, and the person that's taking it slow ends up being the profitable trader because he was in it long enough. What strategy do you use if you were somewhere? So these accounts that this account that I was trading today is an evaluation account. It's a strategy that I just kind of started. It's a break and retest strategy. So pretty much like I didn't really trade it. Like I said, I went against my rules today. I shouldn't have, but I did. It is what it is. But it's kind of like a break and retest. When you see like a high get put in and it breaks that high and it retests that high to go higher. That's kind of what the strategy is. So when we're above you up, right, it kind of closes up. We get a candle close, breaks that high. It comes back, it retests that high, and you kind of just play that. That's what I look for in this trading account. In the other trading accounts, I look for a specific, the 5-minute range. I kind of look for it to break out and then to reverse off that range. Kind of sort of like what happened here. But obviously, like with the strategy, you gotta pay attention to view up. Like view up is something that you know, you got to pay attention to, and you got to be super careful with where you take profits, where you you know, understand that price. Like technically entry would have been right there. For the other, I didn't take this trade. Entry right there, take profits at these lows. Take profits, you know, view op is right there, so you got to be, obviously you got to be very careful where you take profit. I would take profit, I would technically try to go right above view op to make sure that you lock it in. But yeah, I have a couple different strategies that I use. This 5-minute range strategy I use for my funded accounts. I have 7 funded accounts. Now this one, I'm starting with evaluations. I'm just seeing how high I can get these, try to pass these accounts and try to work these accounts up too. I just want to have multiple strategies because the other strategy doesn't set itself up too often. It maybe happens like once or twice a week. So what's the best strategy? I mean, the best strategy for you is the strategy that you understand, that you've back tested and you've seen it work. And you know, there's no best strategy. That's why it's like one strategy that works for one person may not work for another person. So you got to figure out what you understand, what works for you, back test it, you know. And that's another thing of trading, it's pattern recognition. Right? If you can recognize patterns in the market and you can capitalize on those moments in time where those patterns happen and you can capitalize on them, that's how you make money. That, and in my opinion, the most simplest pattern to recognize and understand in the market is a break and retest. Is this break and retest type of strategy. Have 2 rules for yourself. Have 2 rules. Have the view op indicator. Right? Put the view op indicator on your chart. Anytime we are above view op, do not look for shorts. Anytime we're below view op, do not look for longs. Only look for long setups above view op. And so what happens is that already puts you ahead of the game because now you're trading with the trend. Because typical market sentiment is when we're above view op, we're in bullish territory. On like a daily time frame, on like, you know, on a 1 minute chart. And so you're already... Mike, are you serious? Hold on. Give me a second. Hello? Hello? Alright. We're good? I don't know what the heck happened. But yeah, I would say if you're starting out to learn how to trade, focus on those 2 things. A break and retest strategy. Above view up, only take longs. Below view up, only take shorts. Just stick to that. And figure out patterns. Improve when you take losses. Journal those losses, figure out what you're doing wrong, and constantly improve. Constantly be looking to improve. If you take a loss, figure out why you took a loss. All right, I took a loss. Like even today, like look at this. Like this isn't an excuse, right? I took a short up here. What did I do wrong? And I was literally saying before not to be greedy in today's market, and which I literally did the opposite of what I told you guys not to do. What technically should I have done, right? I should have covered at view op because when price was down here, I was saying this thing could bounce off of view op. This is a bounce area right here, which it ended up bouncing, and it is what it is. But looking back, I should have taken profits at view op. Now next time, if I do get a setup, I'm gonna be more inclined to maybe take profits at view op. If we're at view op and not be greedy, especially, you know. So just learn from your mistakes. Figure out what you do wrong. There's nothing wrong with making mistakes as long as you learn from them. If you don't learn from them, then there's a problem. And have rules and don't break them. That's another thing, right? Have rules and don't break them. Like today, I mean, I broke my rules because it's Christmas Eve, the market closes early, and I thought we're just gonna range. But what I thought doesn't matter what you think, right? The market literally trended up, so it's The market literally trended up. So have rules and just stick to your rules. It's better to stick to your rules and take a loss than break your rules and take a win. Because when you're breaking your rules and take a win, it's a false win. You're going to give it away back. You're going to give it up. But if you take a loss and you followed your rules, at least you can be proud of you stuck to your plan. That you can be proud of, even if you took a loss. Just join, should I buy or sell? You shouldn't do anything today, actually. It's an ethical thing? What are you talking about? What ethical? What ethical thing? I am honestly, I seriously, that's pretty crazy that we're going up, considering we were literally ranging all pre-market. Market opened, we were stuck in a range here, and then, yeah, just kind of, holy, crazy. We're still going up, like, man. Like, who the hell is buying? I don't get who's like, hedge fund wise. I don't mean retail. Hedge fund wise. Who's getting long right before Christmas? But then again, hedge funds, I guess, they're in and out. Like, a lot of these positions, they're scalping them too. If you know breaking rules has consequences, why would you do it? It comes down to psychology, right? It's a psychological thing. It's a psychological thing of people break their rules. And this is the crazy part about trading is, in trading, when you break your rules, you could be rewarded for it. And that's the crazy part where people go down the dark path of, I broke my rules, I got rewarded for it, so I think it's a good thing to break my rules. But in reality, it's not a good thing. You're just gonna give everything back that you've made. So it is a psychological thing that you just gotta understand that. I guess that comes with experience, you know? Like, you know, for evaluation accounts, I broke my rules, but trust me, when I say this, I would never break my rules for an actual prop firm, like an actual funded accounts. Like, I'm very strict with those accounts. I am very strict because I know how hard I had to work to get those accounts. So I'm strict with those accounts. With evaluation accounts, it's like, you know, it's a little more lenient. But regardless, it's not an excuse. You should never break your rules, ever. I'm not making excuses. I had rules, then the prop I used changed the rules and oh, I've heard about that. Who was it? Was that, what prop firm was that? That was messed up. That was seriously messed up what they did. A lot of people, like, when you piss a lot, yeah, funding ticks. That's so screwed up on so many levels. Yeah, a lot of people stopped using them, which I would, if you're using them, I mean, I guess have your accounts, but this is why it's also good to diversify, right? This is why also I have multiple prop firms that I use. I don't have just one prop firm I use. So all my eggs are not in one basket, right? I have Apex accounts, I have Tradeify accounts, I have Take Profit Trader accounts, and I just stick to the top prop firms. I don't try to dabble in these like little prop firms that, no, I stick to the most popular prop firms, and that's it. And I diversify in between them. But that's such a screw. I don't see how they could do that. That's such a like a douchebag thing to do. I understand maybe you're strapped on capital, but at that point, man, like, I don't know. it just sucks. It just sucks if you're, I understand it, like the frustration. If you're a trader who's been working hard and then all of a sudden they just have a rule change in the middle. And the shitty thing is they've protected themselves. I guarantee you in their terms of service or term agreements or whatever that you sign, I guarantee you they have somewhere in there that they're able to change the rules at any point, which it sucks, but should I risk 1% per trade? So here's the thing, like it's kind of it's a loaded question because it's different with a live account versus prop firm accounts. Assuming you're just talking about prop firm accounts, it also depends on your strategy. It also depends on your win rate, right? Somebody with a higher win rate is able to risk more per trade because he doesn't go or she doesn't go through as much drawdown as somebody with a lower win rate, right? Somebody with a lower win rate has to risk less per trade, but they have higher RR trades. Somebody with a high win rate could risk more per trade because they go through less drawdown. So it really depends on your strategy, your data. Like, figure out, like, what's your losses in a row? How much drawdown do you average? And then you can, based on, you know, you can go off of that. They went from 3-second trade to 1-minute trade. Yeah, that's such a dumb rule. Like, holy crap, dude, that is wild. The market's ripping. That's crazy. That's such a stupid rule. Like, honestly, it's 3, like, a minute. Like, so you're gonna tell me that if I get a setup and I get a massive candle that shoots up to my TP, I can't take profits? Like, bro, get out of here. That's like the dumbest rule of all time. Like, all they're doing is making it harder for the people so that they wouldn't have to pay out more people. When a prop firm makes those kind of rules, they're just making it harder so they don't have to pay out the people. Like, do you only short? No, I long, I short, I do both. I don't stick to one thing. And they never adjusted the drawdown, so if you had a losing trade, they kept it there. Yeah, that's so stupid. I wouldn't be able to, like, dude, these people running these prop firms do not have, like, a conscience, do not have morals at all. Like, they don't have a conscience that bothers them when they do stuff like this. Or are they just, like, soulless to the point where, like, it doesn't bother them anymore. I don't know. I don't know the situation they're in. I can't, you know. It is a shitty thing to do, though. And it's the same thing with prop firms. If somebody opens up a prop firm, they understand the risk they're taking. Like, you have to understand the risk you're taking. You have to understand that people are going to get payouts, and be a good person and pay the people out. Or don't start a prop firm. Holy crap, dude. This thing, Is this a Santa rally? Santa's coming to town. Santa Claus is coming to town. I don't know if Santa's gonna be able to slide down that chimney, though. He's been eating all those cookies. Santa's reaching the obese territory. Trust me, I know this. I saw Santa Claus the other day at the mall. He ain't looking too good. They probably thought that a lot of people weren't going to be profitable. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. It's like when a lot of people are blowing accounts, they're making money. And then, but when you get people starting to take payouts and you know, left and right, you get yourself. And the other thing is, some of these, like, what they do too is they live this lavish lifestyle, right? They make a lot of money. They start to buy the cars, the houses, the this, the that. And then, like, then when it comes to paying out traders, you've spent all the money on yourself. And now you can't pay out the traders. Was he drunk like Bad Santa? Yeah, he was looking a little off. But I don't know, he's looking a little off. Like something's going on. You know? The beard wasn't looking white enough, you know? Beard had a little bit of yellow in it. I don't know if he started to smoke or what, but beard was a little off. It didn't have that white glow to it, you know? Listen, I get it. I get it. The economy's, you know, people are struggling out there. Who knows? I mean, he could be going through anything. Freaking you know, something broke off the sleigh or whatever. And listen, I'm in the car business. Parts are on back order. It's very difficult to get some parts. So imagine when you got presents to give out and your freaking sleigh is broken and the parts are on back order. Like, what is he supposed to do? What the hell is he supposed to do? So he has to pick up an extra shift at a freaking mall, all because of the economy. So be extra, like, you know, if you do see him, don't be a douchebag. Are you a pro trader? By my standards, no. I just have high standards. I technically, by my definition, to be honest with you, I wouldn't even consider myself a profitable trader, by my definition. My definition of a person can claim to be a profitable professional trader is only and only if you trade a live market and you're consistently profitable, pulling money out in a live market. You cannot call yourself a profitable trader or a professional trader if you only trade prop firm accounts. You cannot call yourself a professional trader if you only trade prop firm accounts. That is the equivalent of me going and playing basketball and calling myself a professional basketball player. Bruh, it's not how it works. Now, if you trade a live account and you're pulling money out and you've been consistently making money in a live account, yes, you're a professional trader. But I think it's funny when people trade prop firm accounts and they're like, "Yeah, I'm a profitable trader. I'm a professional trader. I day trade for a living." Bruh, you trade prop firms. By all means, you make money. You can make a lot of money from prop firms. I'm not discrediting that. You can make a shit ton of money with prop firms. But you're not a professional. Like I said, that's the equivalent of me going to play basketball on the basketball court, going a pickup game every Saturday and calling myself a basketball player. That makes TGR a professional? I mean, yeah, if he's trading a live market and he's pulling money out consistently, I don't know his bank account. I don't know how. I mean, he's making money he has businesses other than trading, right? So I don't know what's his, but yeah, if he's making consistent money in a live market, then yeah, he's a professional trader. That's just my standards, right? I mean, that's the standards I hold for this game, because when you don't have standards, you have a bunch of people calling themselves traders when they aren't, right? We're all here because we're growing to eventually become like, and I am planning to open up a live account. Hopefully next payout I get, whenever that is, I'm gonna take some money and I'm gonna try to fund a live account. So, but, and that the other reason I have that kind of standard, because I know the way most traders trade these prop firm accounts, they would not be able to hold a live account. They would blow that live account so fast. And there's no resets. To reset a live account, you have to fund thousands of dollars back into the account. Who's TJR? He's a popular, he's a super popular trader. I mean, you could look him up on YouTube, but he's probably one of the most popular influencer traders out there right now. I don't use prop firms. Yeah, if you trade a live account, that's great. Prop firms are good to capitalize. There's nothing wrong with prop firms. Like, you can have a live account as your main account that you trade, and then have a bunch of prop firm accounts that you copy trade. So it's like, you know, you can get the best of both worlds. You can get a copy trader like Replicanto, and you can have a live account and then copy trade a bunch of funded accounts. And that's what I'm planning to do eventually. Like, I don't plan to give up prop firm accounts. Like, I don't see a reason to give up this when I can just copy trade and I can make money with prop firms and I can make money with a live account. If you watch his lives, his money actually moves the markets. Is insane. Does it? Yeah, I've seen his trade. I watch his trading recaps. It's interesting. I like to watch other traders what kind of trades they took. No, I'm not in live yet. But the thing about it is, like even the way I traded today, like having fun like this, like you can't do that in a live account. You got to be so strict with your live account that, because, you know, when you take losses, you have to make back those losses, right? You can't just blow an account and reset it and spend like $100 and reset it. So that's an important thing, is learning. And this is why I say, like, even when you trade prop firms, learn how to go through drawdown. A lot of things traders miss is they don't know how to go through drawdown. What they do is they take one loss, they take two losses, they go into drawdown, and then they purposely blow their account because they'd rather reset their account, be back to square one, than build themselves back up out of drawdown. But when you trade a live account, you have to learn how to build yourself out of drawdown, because you will get to a point where you're going to be in drawdown. And you have to learn how to mentally level yourself and get yourself out of there. Like, a rule that I have for my funded accounts, my other funded accounts, if I take 3 losses in a row, I size down. I size down half size until I take 2 half size wins, then I size back up, and then I'll start to size back up after a couple base hits. Most people take some losses and they size up to make back those losses. On my funded accounts, if I go through a losing streak, I size down to protect myself. And it does suck because it does take more to make back that money, but you're protecting yourself, right? It's a long-term game. It's not about making the money back, you know, super fast in terms of drawdown period. It's in terms of working your way back up and having like sizing rules that can really capitalize. When you're going through winning streaks, you can capitalize on the winning streaks. And when you're going through losing streaks, you are capping those losing streaks because you're sizing down. It's almost like you got to look at what most people are doing and do the opposite. Right? Like I said about the sizing down. Most traders go through drawdown, they size up. Oh, you want to be a good trader? Do the opposite of what most people do. How about you, instead of sizing up, you size down to protect yourself? But another trader that's proven himself that he trades a live account is Rips. Rips is another trader that actually trades a live account. I mean, he's proven it. He's shown it on, he's pulled up his orders and he's shown it on Bookmap. That it shows it on Bookmap, where he's averaging into orders on Bookmap. So there's like few traders really that I have like true respect for. You know, like Rips is one of the dudes that I really have respect for. Yeah, he did a mill. That's wild. But he's going hardcore, right? To do those kind of numbers, you have to go hardcore. You have to risk the thing. Like, you would not do that on a live account, right? You would not do that on a live account. So he's playing the prop firm game, and he understands he's playing the prop firm game. So he has a strategy that he knows very well. He's been trading, and he goes hardcore on that strategy. Was up 3K, needs 750 more to pass eval. Tried to size up for a quick 700 and now down. Yeah, don't do that. Stick to your plan. Bro, I was, with my 7 accounts, with my 7 funded accounts, this is not a lie, I was $20 away. So my thing was coming up to a window for those accounts. It was coming up to the window where my accounts were about to get, like, I was about to pay the monthly reactivation thing, right? The monthly subscription I was about to pay. So I really wanted to pass those accounts to not have to pay that monthly subscription for those 7 accounts. So I took a good trade. I made money. I was $20 away from passing. And I still did not take a trade. I waited for another setup to come in. I came back the next day. I waited for the setup, right? I sized normally, but I just took profits very fast to try to get to that payout. But when you try to, like, take a random trade and size up just to kind of, just to pass an account, that can turn very ugly because, right, you're taking a random trade. You don't know where your stop should be. You don't know where your TP should be. And you're just kind of, like, hoping. And if it starts dumping, it could turn very ugly. So what I would recommend is just, like, if you're very close to passing an account, just wait, come back Friday, Monday, whatever, and wait for another setup and just pass it. Yeah, it could go nasty because then you start revenge trading, you start doing all these dumb things that you shouldn't have done. It was his live. Oh, was it his live account? But I still think he had to go hardcore. You can't make that kind of money and not go hardcore unless you have a insanely big account, which he probably didn't, right? He had an account that it may have been a live account with TPT, but nonetheless, I think he did have to go. Which somebody like him, see, there's nothing wrong with that if you know your data. If he knows his data and he knows how much losses he takes in a row and he's confident in his setup, then yeah, he could take those trades and he can go heavy on those trades. He just has experience to do it. But yeah, that's pretty, props to him. That's awesome. All right, I think I think I'm gonna call it. I gotta go eat. So, yeah, obviously tomorrow markets are closed, so I'll probably come back Friday. We'll see Friday. Friday we may get some decent price action. We'll see. Come back Friday and yeah, we'll go with it Friday. He used all 5 of his funded accounts and went to max contracts on his way. Yeah, that's crazy. That's hard. That's hard. I mean, he knew the risk he was taking and he was willing to take that risk, but all right. Let me see. Dang, I was on for 2.5 hours already. Time flies. So, all right, I'll see you guys Friday. Y'all have a Merry Christmas. Don't fight with family during Christmas. Don't argue about politics during Christmas. Keep it kosher. But market closes today at around, I think 1 o'clock it closes. So be careful. Make sure it's bad. Just walk away. Come back Friday. Enjoy your Christmas. Don't ruin your Christmas by blowing up accounts. If you took a loss, walk away. It is what it is. But, yeah. Y'all enjoy your Christmas, and I'll see you guys on Friday. Peace out.